So, hey guys, last weekend I was at German Nationals and got top 64, I think 52nd place, with a really spicy deck called Kewl Tune, because it's really consistent and really good. And does some really fun stuff like looking at your opponent's hand and top deck. So yeah, let's get a deck profile, because it's really not spicy, because you can't change too much about the deck. But yeah, I'm playing 3 Q, 3 Rico, 3 Rotary. That's a really good card. It should probably not exist in this way, or at least be at 1, because hardwiring this is really strong and probably too good, because how do you stop this plus level 3 tuner? I don't know. Then 2 mix and 1 clip. I think I've seen like 1 or 2 lists with 2 clip, but I think it's pretty much incorrect. Like, hardwiring a Psyframe plus this can be really fun, but it's pretty much a high roll, because do we really want to play 3 clip? And with 2 clips, does it happen that often? No, I don't think so. But if it happens, it's really strong, and I can get behind that. And then 2 of these, because those are really good as normal summon if you have level 2. If you don't have level 2, it's a pretty bad normal summon. As if it gets stopped. As if you have level 3, it's fine because you get the Rotary, and then Rotary is a good card, but not this card. And I get that the card quality of those are good, because the Kewl Tune normals just have really good card quality because they're hard to stop. But also the reason why you lose is by drawing too many normal sums and getting hand trapped, and then just end on remix pass. But for that, it's also just good if you have Rico hard draw plus this, and it's also not great. Like, you always want to summon track maker, and if you have too many normal sums, you will just lose to 1 Ash, and that's not great. So yeah, for that, only 2, and there are other spells that are pretty much better, because they help you extend and play through stuff. 3 KTS, pretty good card. 1 JJ, also pretty good card. But also, I don't like to play 2, because if you need to play by summoning a hand trap in this, and you play against a hand trap deck, you will just lose to any hand trap in the game. And the second one can be nice if the first one's getting out and you need another one, and you could search another one, because having this card in rotation is really good, especially if you get in the top deck row of the mirror match. The person with the field spell will just win, because your opponent will always need 2 hand traps to stop your plays. So yeah, card is really cool. Then 1 Synchro attack, because it's at 1 and on the ban list. 2 of this, because this is basically this. And this card is the best extender going second if your body's getting removed. So those are really cool for going second, and they're probably always kept in 2. If I play against a combo deck, you can start at 1, but those are your best extenders for going second. The only thing, they are a bit weird into draw, but you need more consistency after the ban list, and this is probably the best substitution for this, because this is this. And 1 Prosperity, because if you know everything your opponent has, digging 6 cards deep in your deck and adding any card from those to your hand is really good. Then tuner hand traps that stop your opponent from playing the game are pretty good, because those are extenders in your deck. And every card that stops a killer tune normal summon right now is really important. And those do that. Then 3 of those, because they also stop a killer tune normal summon. That's really good, but they are not a tuner. That's not so cool for going first. But it's still good enough. Then cards that don't negate but destroy. They're really cool for Doomsday and stuff like that. This card is also really pricey, and for a reason, because this card is really good. And summoning on top of this can also be really good. But the card quality of this card is just really good. And then 1 Ogre. This is just for like rogue stuff, because you can summon it from your deck, like everybody knows. And it's really cool as a one-off. As in Psychic, I'd like to play more, but I don't have the space for it right now. But I would have liked, because this card also turned out to be pretty good in the brand, because it's the Albers and the Ecclesia. Also, opening Veiler or Imperm plus Fight Rawless and or Ogre is really nice in mirror match, because you remove the body and then they might not be able to play through it. And then 3 of this, because this card is pretty broken. Like dodging hand traps, being a board breaker, being a free pop. That's basically like hard rolls, where if you negate a kill to normal sum and you remove the body, it's harder to extend. And just getting free copy more during the end phase, pretty damn good. Probably don't need to explain the card because it's broken for a while. But 2 might just be fine. But just play 3 because the card is really good. But yeah, they won called by. Also really good, I would say. You could play like 1 Magnamut for it, but I felt like I played the card deck for a reason and I wanted to draw it. And called by can also be good against the end board because stopping remix is decent. And stopping hand traps to play for free, pretty nice. Yeah, that's it for the main deck. Then to the extra deck. There I played 2 Trackmaker, 2 Remix, 1 B2B, 1 Loudness Draw, 1 IS. 1 IS was enough. I never really needed the second one, but there are like 2 cards that I could cut from the extra deck that I didn't really need. 2 of those are really funny because it's pretty hard to out for some decks, and I get it, but I want to play other utility, and this card is great. One same, because negating opponent's cards, pretty cool. Then 1 Amri Tower, because searching card negates your open stuff, also pretty cool. Chaos Angel, he's pretty cool because you don't summon him in this deck, but he's nice to have in the extra deck to look at. But theoretically, he's also the best card against any craft that you can summon, because if they don't have Breaker, they will just completely lose to this card because the entire stuff does nothing, and they have no real way to stop them from coming because they use the first effect in hand. I chain B2B, summon Angel, and if they respond to a face down monster, I'll chain B2B again, summon the Angel, and just win the game because the end board does nothing. Only issue here is that any aircraft is not really a good deck. But if it ever turns out to be a good deck, they might have different cards that deal with Chaos Angel. But if they don't, Chaos Angel is the card. So yeah, he's probably a flex spot. Then those 2 sent with Hydrolus. Those are good. This not so much. Against Melis is really nice. In theory it was really nice against Branded. But because Jesse Cotton won the YCS with Dracotail Branded, this card might not be too great because you need to wait for Ecclesia to resolve. Then they resolve the Ecclesia. And if they have any Dracotail name in their hand and you wait for the Cartesia to send this to shuffle back the Ecclesia, you're probably screwed because I will get Rahu and you lose the game from that spot. So right now you probably need to destroy the Ecclesia Synchro because otherwise you get punished. So this could also be a flex spot like Packbit. That's really funny if Power Patrons get more popular because you can just move their stuff to the Pendulum Zone and they're probably screwed from that point on if they can't get rid of the card in the Pendulum scale. And then those 2 because I'm playing Virtues. And those cards are pretty good. Then for the side deck, I'm siding Fua because I want every card in my hand to be good game 1. And drawing those for going first might be the reason why you lose if you're going first. Because this just sits in your hand and does nothing. Then those, because against the 2 best decks in the room like Branded and Killer Tune, the card is really weird. In Killer Tune Mirror Match, it's pretty much a gamble if the card is good or not. And against Branded, it's not a gamble, the card is just not good. But against every rogue stuff like Striker, Mitsurugui, and Doomsea, the card is pretty damn good. So the card should at least be in your side deck. But I get why you want to main deck the card, because it can still be good in the Mirror Match. Then those, they help on some stuff like against Mitsurugi, they are pretty cool. And in general, against any deck that's capable of playing Fissure, the card is pretty much nice because this stops Fissure, and stopping Fissure is cool. So yeah, I like Psychic Side because even though he's looking good right now in Starlight, drawing him is still not good. And if I would main deck those, I would have Driver in the deck probably like 2 out of 3 games. And so there's a higher chance of drawing him. And I really want to draw cards that are good. But against some matchups you just need those because against Mitsurugi you have like so many dead cards like Virtus is not good, Imperp is not good, Veiler is not good, Ogre is not good, Harmonia is not too great. So you need a lot of cards that you can side in that matchup, like those, Droll. And also those, because Backrow is real, against Breaker decks, those are real because if they set the Breakers, you can destroy them with Lightning Storm. And that's pretty good. Also Striker's attack, also it's out of die-fi. And the deck just needs, and those felt really good in the deck, like the entire time beside him. Against Brand, they are also really good. And against Branded, Magnamut is insane. But just there's the negative synergy with Magnamut and Lightning Storm is there. And I much rather want to have Lightning Storm to be alive the entire time. And that's why I didn't play Magnamut. But yeah, Magnamut, Ghost Ogre, and Anti-Spirit were the cards that I was considering for last minute. But for some reasons, I didn't play. It was like Magnamut because of the Lightning Storm thing. Ogre because I couldn't fit in, and I was playing one Ogre, 2 of those. I was like, I'll just play 3 of those because they seem a bit better than the second Ogre after siding. And then for those are the first cards. This could have been the anti-spell. But if you prick on anti-spell, it's really rough because you'll probably just lose because your spells won't do anything anymore. But if Power Painting is getting more popular, anti-spell is probably a goated card. But yeah, instead I was playing this because you can search the in-engine if you have an only engine hand after siding. It makes the end board a bit better. It gives him a crackback. And also it's pretty fun to use this in chain to droplet. So you can theoretically negate droplet if he sends monster and spell. With saying what can be really cool. But yeah, the only cards are like those 2 are for sure. Like Searching and Omni Negate. In engine. Pretty good against breakers. So this needs no explanation. Judgment's also just there. Like the biggest issue that I had with the theory of accusation, like negating breakers and just negating engine cards that are good against striker and so on, was that in the mirror match accusation felt pretty mid. Like hitting Kate here is crazy, but you're playing like 9 spells in the mirror match. So accusation didn't feel too amazing. I also didn't playtest it too much and I don't have them right now. But in the mirror match, Warning and Strike are so much better than accusation. And against the breaker deck, Strike and Warning are so mid. And this is the only zone that's really good into everything, so I didn't really want to play any other zone. But I get that accusation is amazing in some cases. But I just couldn't fit in the space. Like, I could cut 1 and play 1 accusation, but I wouldn't play those for sure. And I don't know what I would want to cut for the accusations to play 2 or 3 accusations. And everything inside deck felt fine. I think I didn't draw them too often, but everything was there for a reason and everything felt good in testing, so that's pretty much it. But yeah, had a good weekend. Day 2 was a bit bad on my side. I misplayed like once or I lost 1 game to misplay, but that happens. And yeah, that's it with the deck profile.